Hi Pisces, intuitively coming at you from this beautiful location here at Arthur Findlay Spiritualist College in the UK. Now, okay, so the exact location, sitting in my room, maybe not that beautiful, but hey, I wanted to make sure I got your energy forecast done in an area that wasn't going to lead me to a lot of distractions and interruptions, which there would be if I was over at the main building. I am going to try at some point during this week to pre-record your energy forecast for next week. I already have a beautiful location picked out. It's underneath a 400-year-old tulip tree. We already know there's a beautiful vortex of energy around there, so I'm super excited to get in there and get your forecast done from that location. But come on, Pisces, let's just get at it, shall we? So I am intuitively, and we are doing your energy forecast for the week of September 3rd to the 9th. Once again, for the sign of Pisces. I am pulling 4 cards. The first card is from your Sacred Destiny Oracle deck, and it's going to give you your overarching energy for the week ahead. And then we're going to break that week down just a little bit more with the Sacred Rebel Oracle. Ooh, you're going to need some patience this week here, Pisces. Patience is a virtue. Virtue is a grace, right? So you are being asked that whenever you get that sudden rush of emotion, whether it's anger or regret or something bubbling up, I want you to take a deep breath. And rather than reacting in that moment, I want you to have a little bit of patience and just allow things to settle down a little bit, around some of the bubbling over of the energy to just sort of simmer down and be still and have patience, because I feel like if you jump out at first gun, it's almost like you're going to trip over yourself and be left in the dust. So don't do that. I want you to have patience. Allow for, the gates to open, and then you take a deep breath, and instead of heading out in full force, stroll out. Sure of yourself. You know where you're going. You have clarity. You feel right about where you're going. You don't need to rush. You're going to get there just the same. All right, let's break it down just a little bit further. Again, I am using the Sacred Rebel Oracle deck for this. Now, this is Lana's deck, my girlfriend, that if you've been watching even my previous videos from this week, you may have seen her step in and step out again. But I do share a room, so that does happen. But I borrowed her deck, and I'm just loving them. I think I'm going to have to get myself one of these ones for sure to round out my offerings. Now, we have for you at the beginning of the week, faith in the process for you, Pisces. Now, listen. I do believe Pisces is one of the most intuitive signs of the entire zodiac. Leos are another one. We're a little underrated though. Pisces, I know that you trust your intuition to some degree. I just want you to stop seeking answers on your next step. You don't always have to know where that next step is leading you. All you have to do is say, I will take the next step in trust and faith, and then take that step. And then the next step will show up in trust and faith, and go forward like this until you get some more clarity. All you have to do is one step at a time, right? Understanding that you're doing it in patience. Quit being so impatient for everything to be revealed to you. It's not time, Pisces. Everything in its own time, and it's simply not the time. So hang on, all right? Now, toward the middle of the week for you, we have conscious connections. All right. This is you looking around at all the connections around you and determining those that serve you well and those that do not. And what do I mean by serve you well? This is simply people that love you for who you are, without judgment, without expectation, without hope that you'll become something that they can grab onto and ride your coattails to somewhere better, right? No, people that just accept you for who you are. And if there are people around you that don't have your best interests at heart, then perhaps it's time to let them go. And this is for anybody. I don't care if they're family, friends, people you've known for 30 years. I've had to let go of people like that in my life because their relationships no longer serve me. They held me back. They kept trying to pull me back into an old version of myself. They weren't letting me grow and expand into this new life that I found for myself, that I built for myself. And I couldn't stay back there with them. So in order to move on, in order to move ahead, I had to walk away from those relationships. But what I found in doing that was those relationships were replaced with much healthier relationships. 20 years ago, I was surrounded by toxicity. Everywhere I looked, in my existing partnered relationship, in my family, it didn't matter where I looked, there was toxicity around me. And as I grew in my life and allowed myself to love and accept myself for who I was, some of those other people I consciously had to let go of, and some of them just seemed to fall by the wayside. Some of them were more difficult to let go of than others, but I've been letting myself let go of them. And the beauty of that is as I've been doing that, more people that are in alignment with where I am currently on my journey have stepped into my life to love and support me as I am where I am. And the same is true for you, Pisces. All right. So keep that in mind, because you have been asked to have patience, faith in the process, look around to see who loves and supports you. All right. And then toward the end of the week, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Now, what the heck does that mean? Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. I feel in this instance, what it's meaning here is for you to let go of the darkness in your life, much like I was just talking about letting go of the toxic relationships that I had in my life. And in order to do that, I had to start believing in me. I had to learn to love myself, because if I couldn't love and value myself, how could I expect anybody else to do that for me? Right? They didn't. It wasn't until I learned to love myself, truly love myself, and forgive myself for every previous version of me that ever was, that I allowed in some truly beautiful and positive relationships into my life that I enjoy greatly to this day. And it just becomes more and more every year. So I look forward to where I'm going and where I'm expanding into. And I want you to do the same, to release the darkness that's around you and be at the cause. Be your own best cause, learning to love yourself unconditionally, without judgment, without expectation. All right. Have a little bit of patience yourself with you, Pisces. This is Intuitively signing off. I would love it if you could hit the like, share, and subscribe. Hit your notification button so you can see when I come on from this beautiful location. Maybe not even in this room. I'm eyeballing a beautiful 400-year-old tulip tree out there to do my next couple of recordings from. So hit your notification button so you know when those are released and you can see what those are all about. In the meantime, this is Intuitively signing off. Blessed be one and all. I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will see you once again very soon. Bye for now.